Good morning, peoples. Yes, well, the sun is not in my back window. It is cloudy behind us, partly cloudy, because there's a lot of empty blue sky also. So, yeah, it's going to be a cold one today. It is, jacket and hat weather. It's 25 degrees Fahrenheit this Tuesday morning, April the 7th, 2026. Welcome to Detroit, where last night it snowed, and it's almost the first month of spring is almost over. Anyways, so yeah, got a couple stories for you for Disney, as you've seen in the thumbnail. We'll get to that in a few minutes, but before we go ahead and get started, we have a call of action, as always. That's right. Call of action is, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and you can help us out by just merely pressing the subscription button. Yes, if you can and are willing to hit the subscribe button and help us get to our first YouTube goal of 1,000 subscribers, we really appreciate it. We're grateful for all of our subscribers that follow us along our YouTube journey. You guys are the best. And you're the best around. You're the best. Anyways, so we appreciate all of our subscribers, each and every single one of you guys and gals. And we're thankful for all of you. So it's completely free to subscribe, and you get to help us out, get to our goal of 1,000 subscribers. And we're trying to get there as soon as possible. And whatnot. So, anyways, enough about hashtag subscribing. Okay, so we have a couple of stories, 3 to be exact. But before we get started with that, let's talk about last night. Oh boy, and we're here in Michigan. It's freezing our butts off, and University of Michigan basketball. Yeah, well, the frozen temperatures around here did not cool them off at all one bit last night while they were in Indianapolis. I think they were in Indianapolis at the Final Four. And that's where it was located. And they did a bang-up job. They beat the UConn, the University of Connecticut. Oh, boy. It was one heck of a game. I thought it was going to be super close. It was super close. And they did really well, and they came through, and they got a national championship. Go Blue. I guess, they haven't won since back in the early 90s when the Fab Five was there. Somebody said something about in 1989 is the last time we got a national title, so maybe that was true. I don't know. I thought the Fab Five won. I swear, maybe I have to look this up. It's been so long. I'm getting to be an old man. I graduated high school in '89. You know what I'm saying? Look, so hey, so we're not that old, really. Trust me. So it's a great day here in the state of Michigan with our national champions. I love it. I love also the Pistons. I'm wearing a Pistons hat this morning. I have a Pistons hat that I've been wearing the Pistons gear all winter long. The Pistons have been on top of the Eastern Conference all year long since basketball season began, and I am excited for the Pistons. I hope that they win the championship for the NBA, and yeah, let's just the bad boys everywhere, at every level, the bad boys of college, the bad boys of the NBA. Detroit is a basketball. It's a place to be if you're playing basketball, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we do basketball, people. We do it. Just basketball, yeah. Anyways, okay, we got some stories to talk about, and we're excited. We're so excited this morning about everything. So, first one is, let's talk about this for a minute. The Muppets. We're talking about the Muppets. Jim Henson's Muppets. I remember, well, first of all, the Muppets predated me and my birth date. The Muppets were around, I think, before the early, well, I could be wrong about this. I swear they were around before the 1970s. But the Muppets were always there when I was in grade school, when I was a kid, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far, not too far away from now, here. But the Muppets have always been something that, I love the Muppets. Kermit the Frog, you know who they are. Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy, and all those people, Gonzo. So, Aerosmith, of course I know who Aerosmith is. I graduated in the 80s. And Aerosmith has always been around, just like the Muppets. So, when the Rock and Roller Coaster was created, of course, they wanted a rock star. And they got Aerosmith. But Aerosmith, since then, Steven Tyler, the lead singer, I don't know if they've done they may do another concert. Who knows what's in store for the future. But kids now, these days, don't know who the Muppets are. I mean, we could have renamed the Rock and Roller Coaster to Bluey's Blues Coaster or something like that. Because Bluey is so well known and kids would have loved it. I want to go on the Bluey coaster. But I think the Muppets, they were evicted from their home in Hollywood Studios over there, and they needed another home. They needed a new home. And so nothing better to take over for the Rock and Roller Coaster and let Aerosmith retire. But because of not anybody who's younger knowing too much about the Muppets, people are now binge watching the Muppets. They're binge watching the Muppets. They're calling it, I got the word here, hold on a minute, they're a Muppet Mint. A Muppet Mint? A Muppet Mint? It's like they're binge watching 50 years of the Muppets. It's like trying to binge watch, like Doctor Who or something that's been on for I'd say a billion years, but I'm not that old. It's been on for so long. I mean, how could you even watch it? I would start, if I was you and I was watching the Muppets and trying to catch up with the Muppets or watch back Muppet, I would start with the Muppet movies. That's a good start. The Muppet movies. And then I would just dive in to watching the Muppets, maybe from when they first started, to, and skip around and see the evolution of the Muppets. That's what I would do. Most definitely. Okay, so with that said, I don't know. I hope nobody gets sick. Hope nobody doesn't, hurt themselves binge watching continual Muppets. If you need your sleep, you need to eat, and I know how you kiddies are. You guys can go hours and hours and hours without eating, sleeping, drinking, whatever. But take care of your health. That's important. Anyways, so Disneyland. I can't believe this, Disneyland. What is the heck is going on here? Another person has been arrested in Disneyland. This time, somebody who was watching the parade that had to do with cars, they jumped onto the Mack truck float to take a photo and photobomb the float to take a selfie of themselves, probably for Instagram. They did it for the gram. I mean, I would let them off if they told me it was doing it for the gram. Probably not. But anyways, so yeah, they took a photo of themselves jumping on the float, and yeah, here came the police. Here comes the police to come lock you up and ban you for life. Don't do dumb stuff at Disney. They should print that on your ticket. Don't do dumb stuff while you're here. Yeah, don't go jumping on floats. Don't try to get over the magical walls. Don't go where you're not supposed to be. Don't do dumb stuff. Don't drink the water out of the fountains. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, all that stuff. Hashtag all the stupid stuff. But yeah, unbelievable. Why would you do such a thing? But I guess, you got to do it because, you need that one stupid selfie. So yeah, and another person was arrested. Believe this or not, Disney caught him stealing 50 trading pins from across Walt Disney World. I think it was Walt Disney World. And it took some time to catch them, but they caught them. All the pins were in the bag. Caught them red-handed with the stuff in their backpack. 50 pins worth $600 and something. I guess they didn't pick out the really important expensive pins, but they did. And so they are serving time because they got pins. Or they're in the pen. Which means they're in jail. Okay, enough about all of that. So the last story we have for you is that Disneyland, if you're going to Disneyland, listen up. You may not be able to take your phone on the ride or your Stanley Cup. I want to talk about that. It's very interesting. I guess at some rides, people are losing their phones, which was not new news. That's the whole reason they started to ban some of the phones from some of the rides, because people were dropping their phones while on the rides, especially the ones that do loop-de-loos. I don't know if there's no loop-de-loos on Walt Disney World that I know of. But the people were dropping them on the rides. Just imagine if you dropped your phone from the top of, some of the rides, and it fell on somebody else, and then they were unconscious. And, I'm just going here on a tangent. But the other thing that they don't want you to have on your ride is your Stanley Cup, or a cup like a Stanley, and not the hockey Stanley Cup, the one that you drink your drink out of Stanley Cup. And those cups, they are heavy too, especially if you have your drink in them still. And then, so stow away your cups. And anything else you have that's loose, make sure you, tie it down, put it away, don't let it fall, don't drop it, because you might get sued. And, there are those attorneys who will sue, not just you, but Disney and everybody else that was probably in your ride car too. I don't know. But, yeah, make sure that you make it a safe place for everyone. And keep your stuff in your bag, I guess. Yeah, but they're going to be they might be banning things at Disneyland. Who knows what's going to happen now? They said there's a 13% rise. That's a lot of people dropping stuff. Man, some people could ruin it all, you know what I'm saying? So, anyways, that's all I have for you as far as Disney news goes. First of all, I want to say thank you to all of our subscribers once again. Thank you for subscribing and staying with us and watching all our videos. We really appreciate it. And for those of you who've been watching, go ahead, that haven't subscribed, just go ahead and smash that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. Anyways, without any more ado, or say have a great morning this morning. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.